So 5G is very important because it's the infrastructure upon which the future of the internet will be based. And since much of our economic activity takes place online, getting 5G right matters tremendously, especially because it's expensive. Countries usually only get one chance to get it right. Why should European or other countries be a little bit concerned about Huawei? There are a few reasons. Well, one reason is that Huawei has to comply with the laws and the party regulations that the Chinese Communist Party puts forward. So that means that sometimes if the Communist Party requests access to people's personal data or wants to conduct mischief in the network, they can't really say no, and there's no court process that Huawei can turn to, whereas in Western countries or in European countries or in Japan or Korea, companies basically have the ability to object to a government's request and they can go to court. So rule of law is one big difference. A second one is that Huawei might be a little bit cheaper than other countries' technology, but Huawei is actually also a little bit less secure. And if you were to make it more secure, it wouldn't be all that much cheaper. And I think a third and very important point is that the question about Huawei is not really about the US and China. It's not really about economic competition between the US and China. After all, the leading 5G companies aren't even American, they're European. So the question is really whether European companies will lead in 5G or whether Chinese companies will lead. And we think it's better for European companies to lead because those companies are more trustworthy ultimately than a Chinese company. And since we are in Europe, of course, maybe it makes sense to use a European solution.